Alright guys, a little bit early on this one. I'm going to send out some invites and stuff. Get people into the into what we're doing here, so just bear with me.
You ever try to type in your password like 10 times and you realize cap locks is on?
Yep. I hate it.
Okay, I'm not connected, so you're good.
Since my connection is weak. Alright, so like I said guys, just give us a couple minutes. We're going to wait until people jump in the chat room here, or the live feed, and then we're going to start. I'm also sending out some invites here, so just bear with me. If you would, please try to share this live feed, like it, comment on it, share the live feed. That way we can get a good crowd going here. And we're going to talk about Texas Freedom Grounds. And I got probably about 15 minutes worth of talking that I'm going to do, give you guys some in-depth information. And then I'm going to do some Q&A with you guys. So, like I said, please like, comment, share this video. Most importantly, share it so we can get our message of freedom out. I guess I'll just keep it right here. Are you jumping in this one?
Sure. Why not? If you want me to. Can I be like Ron Burgundy and just take my pants off because they can't see it?
That's fine. This is Texas Freedom Grounds.
Yeah. I'm free balling. So, can I ask you some questions before you even start? Like pre-interview things?
If you want.
Yeah, it ain't like giving anything away. But what's your, I know you have some stuff written down.
Yeah.
What is your format that you want to do? So obviously there's a Q&A,
right.
But how do you feel like going about the show?
So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of give a... Are you in on this?
There we go.
Put it up here. There we go.
Hey, Speedy.
How's the sound? See up there? I can't really see anything going on. If you guys can, give me some feedback on the sound and the quality of the video real quick before we start.
Is this live movable?
See, I think it's up there as well.
Yeah, bring that down because it makes us look up into that light.
Might have to
It's fine. I'll get next to you.
Right,
we
just
good?
get close to my
Hey, give my side face. It's all good.
So basically our
This
format...
half is good. The other one's not so good.
Okay, good. Then we'll have to cut it out. So basically our format tonight is me just going to be going over some main points on what I think is very important for people to get knowledge of and understand of what we're doing out here, and then I'm just going to take some questions. You know, if I miss anything, people are going to talk about it. Okay, so it says, okay, babe, kill the fan. They did say static and fuzz in the background. Okay, good looking out on that, Kevin. How's that sound now, Kevin? We did kill a fan in the background.
Should be better.
That should be better. Okay, so basically I'll wait like 2 more minutes, and then we'll get going here. Just so y'all know, there are some ways to check out more information on what Texas Freedom Grounds is about. Of course, we have the website texasfreedomgrounds.com. You can go on there and check out some information. There's a couple videos and pictures and stuff like that on there. The best way to check out what we're doing is get inside the Facebook group page, Texas Freedom Grounds. Just look it up on Facebook. You'll see 2 different options there. You'll see a main page, which you can like and follow us on, or you can get in the group and you can talk to people, not just me or Ryan, or you know, you can ask people who live here different questions and you can get different answers and stuff like that. And you can talk to people who are potentially moving here and are already planning on moving here. So a bunch of different options to check us out. So those are the 3 main ways to get a hold of us. 1, the website, texasfreedomgrounds.com. 2, the group page on Facebook, Texas Freedom Grounds. And then the 3rd one is our main page, which you can like and follow. We share videos and sometimes pictures and stuff like that from there. So if you would, please like, comment, and most importantly, share this live video so we can reach more people and get our...
You gotta mess with that algorithm and get the word out.
Absolutely. You know, congratulations, happy birthday.
By the way,
Those kinds of things.
I was eating my little dinner tonight, and I put on the news, and it was the local one, and they're like, 5 new tricks to get around Facebook and all this like stuff. And I was thinking of you with your, the keywords and everything. I'm like, they're about 11 months late.
I've been pulling some Facebook stuff a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go over some basic information and stuff like that right now. Give a bunch of information out. And I got Ryan here with me. I also got Andre here. Andre, if you want to come in there, babe, you want to come in here as well, just real quick?
You think this should be
hi to
dry?
everybody.
I know, I took that 10 minutes ago.
We're gonna start here just in a second. We got a couple people from the Freedom Grounds here.
Water in there.
Hey, what's up?
But I'll look at it better tomorrow.
We got Andre here.
Do you want my seat?
Oh yeah. And then after I'm done, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to take questions and stuff.
Well, I'm
too.
thinking if you had 3 chairs, you put this on that guy and just back it up 1 foot, and we'd have everybody.
Okay.
Because I don't think because you have it's not going to be like under the glass.
Right, I can't read
Here.
questions from that far on my phone.
Oh,
the
that's
one
right.
thing.
Yeah. All right.
What game do you think? I'll be able to
Sit down. We can all get on this and take our turns. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start. That way I don't keep everybody holding any longer. Basically, wanted to get everybody some really good knowledge and information on what we're doing out here. So, like I said earlier, our group page, Texas Freedom Grounds, our main page, Texas Freedom Grounds, where you can like, and then our Facebook, TexasFreedomGrounds.com. Those are the 3 main ways to get a hold of us. So basically, how I came about Texas Freedom Grounds, I'll run you down on that story real quick. Texas Freedom Grounds, I was living out in the Mansfield and the Arlington area, and I was waking up to the idea of freedom, just probably like anybody else was. And I was realizing that there were major things wrong, and I wanted to get involved and make change. And I thought, man, I better get involved in one of these parties and try to speak my grievance to my government and get involved that way and try to make change that way. And so I joined the Republican Party. I was a delegate for Ron Paul. I was a delegate after that as well the next time. I was elected precinct chairman in the Republican Party. I was trying to go to meetings and affect change that way and do those things. And so after so much time spending in the Republican Party and doing my activism and stuff there, I started realizing that that was just as corrupt as the things that I was finding wrong before. And and I sure as hell wasn't going to go to the Democrat Party. And so I thought, my activism might go a different route by getting out in the streets and waking up people that way and doing open carry walks. We were doing crazy amount of open carry walks 3 times a week. We were doing cop watches 3 times a week. We were doing all kinds of things, and I felt more backlash from government and oppression, and I was being arrested. I was media was slandering me and all kinds of crazy things, and so I started realizing, man, if I can't speak out to my government about grievances and I can't affect change really on a fast pace like I want to that way, and being involved, and I don't want to go to jail, and I felt to the point where my activism was creating, it was going to create a really bad problem for me, because the machine is very powerful. You fuck with the machine to a point where the machine is like, okay, he's fucked with us enough, then you're probably going to end up dead, set up in jail, or something like that. It's happened to many great activists over time. I've realized that as well. So I got a wife and 2 kids. I surely didn't want to see them through a jail cell, and I didn't want to die early. I kind of like life, and I want to live it to its fullest. So I decided, what the hell, I want to get out of the city, I want to move to the country, be more, create more freedom in my lifetime that way. So Kenny was already out here, and so he told me to find a place out here. So I moved out here into this area. It's the smaller cities are Lone Oak, Emory, Point, East Tawakoni, Campbell, Miller Grove, Cache.
Quinlan?
Sort of
Okay,
Quinlan.
sorry.
Quinlan's on the other side of the bridge, but I mean Quinlan's close. But those are all general cities in this area, smaller towns and villages, if you will. I wouldn't even really call them cities. But I moved out to this area, and about a month later, I started realizing, man, it would be really cool if I could get some more people coming out here, surround myself with these like-minded people, and create more freedom in our life. I think an essential thing to liberty and freedom is having other like-minded people in the same area. That way you can trade, barter, do all those kinds of things. So I came up with the concept of Texas Freedom Grounds. That's what I named it. It sounded catchy, and so that's what it was. Whatever, no big deal. It's just a name to go by and to get people to acknowledge it. So Texas Freedom Grounds, that's kind of how I came about what we're doing out here. So we started inviting people out here, and it wasn't but like 2 weeks later we had like 2 or 3 people coming out here, and I started realizing this idea of freedom was incredibly powerful. The idea of freedom, it's been going on throughout history, and people want freedom. They want it in their lifetime. They want it right now. I mean, people have died for this cause many times, millions and millions of people. So this idea is very powerful. Inviting more people out here for their cause, and I could tell people were very interested. Even at the very beginning, early stages, it was like a snowball effect. We had people coming out here, checking out the area, saying they want to move out here. We had people moving out here, and so that's kind of how this all formed. Now, a lot of people ask, what is Texas Freedom Grounds? Well, Texas Freedom Grounds is an idea. It's really an idea, and the idea is to create more freedom in our life, be more independent, have more free market ideas, surround yourself with like-minded people, and create freedom in our lifetime, like right now. We don't want to wait on this any longer. Talking to your government about it ain't going to get it to you because they don't care. Walking in the streets with your guns, that's fine. That's a good thing to do it. I still do it. Wake people up that way. But ultimately, that's not going to get you freedom. Creating freedom yourself, you doing it, and that's going to get you more freedom. So, we want to surround ourselves with like-minded people. We want to create more free market ideas. We want to trade. We want to barter. We want to grow our own food. We want to have our own livestock. We want to homeschool our kids. Now, I'm not saying you have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's the whole idea of Texas Freedom Grounds. You create freedom how you want it, and as much as you want it. You want to grow food and homeschool, and that's all the freedom you want, and you want to be surrounded by a bunch of like-minded people. That's what we're out here for. You want to go full balls to the wall and start creating your own electricity and being self-sufficient that way, and whatever the case may be, that's your freedom to do so. And so the idea of Texas Freedom Grounds is to create as much freedom as possible in our lifetime, and to pass it down to our children and their children and their children, and surround ourselves with these like-minded people and create freedom in our life. That's kind of what Texas Freedom Grounds is about. A common thing I hear and a common assumption I see a lot is that we all live on the same property, that this is some kind of commune. Right? And it's not. No. It's not. Ryan just drove down here from about 4 miles away. Now, out here, we're lucky. We don't have stoplights or stop signs that much, so he just flew 70 miles an hour down the road.
By the way,
you get here in 4 minutes.
Freaking Corvette passed me. I'm doing 75 on my way here, hauling ass, and a Corvette passed me doing at least 150. And I was like, damn, son!
There's really no cops out here to patrol that, which is kind of cool, too. But, when Andre came down here, he was 2 streets away. He just walked down here, and, I can hear his kids and my kids out in the front yard playing around. So, Joey lives 2 houses down from me. People live 4 minutes away, 5 miles away, 10 minutes away, just across the street. We are all scattered out all over. There's nobody that can say, hey, me and Kory, we split this property, and I own one bedroom and his one bedroom. It's not like that. We don't all live on the same property. We don't have 100 acres of land, and then everybody is houses on the same property. It's not like that. We are independent and free. We all are independent in our own ways. Hey, if I'm tired of Andre one day and I just want to hang out with myself, guess what? I don't have to worry about that because I can hang out with myself, you know? If I want to lounge around with Andre in his garden all day and help him build stuff, well, I have the freedom to do that. I can go down there and help him out all day, or Ryan, or whatever the case may be. It's your freedom to do whatever you want and build freedom however you want on a particular day or whatever. So no, we don't all live on the same property. This is not a commune whatsoever. How are we? This is another question I get, and then I see a lot of haters saying, "Oh, well, they're not free. They're not freer than us. They're just living this imaginary life out there." And so another question we get is, how are we more freer than anybody else? And I'll tell you right away, if you look at the rules, laws, and regulations in some of these bigger cities, even some of the smaller ones, you know, like where I came from is a bigger city, Mansfield, Arlington. And you move out here into the country, especially out of the smaller city limits and the city lines, there is. Are you on the Wi-Fi? Mm-hmm. Okay. If you are, because it says connection weak, but it's all right. I think we still. Oh, you're viewing it right now.
Metro PCS.
Okay, then we're good. So
I'm gonna do this so I can see the questions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So basically, and I know there's a lot of questions, guys. We're going to get to the questions here in just a minute. I'm trying to go over a list of stuff to try to rule out some of the questions and answer them already. So to go back to the question, though, how are we free out here more so than anyone else? There's so many. There's the laws, rules, and regulations out here are so fewer than you will find in a normal city, especially out here in the county where there's really, it's only state law. You know, I can go out backyard and shoot my gun right now. I can collect rainwater. I can build structures. There's no building permits or anything like that. I can have 100 chickens if I want. I can have as many sheep or goats or cows as I want. I can do a lot of things out here that I could not do in the city, and so that's how we're more freer out here already. Like just moving out here, you're already more freer than you are when you were in the city. Now, how can we get to more freedom? Is what I've kind of already said is build freedom in our lifetime, whether you want to be more energy independent, whether you want to be more food independent, and growing your own food and your livestock. Just so you know, when you pound that, it moves that.
My bad.
It's all good, buddy. It's all good. I still love you.
I hope so.
So,
love right here.
It'd be a fucking horrible thing to hate me for.
Creating your own freedom and surrounding ourselves with like-minded people, creating more free market ideas, rather than calling a plumber, a big corporation plumber, or electrician and stuff like that. We have people out here who help each other out, and we trade, we barter with each other, we do all kinds of things like that. That's how we're more freer than anybody else. Let's see here. What is the goal? I guess the goal is to create more freedom in our life. I've kind of already been over that, is to surround ourselves with as many like-minded people that we can get and create more freedom in our lifetime with more free market ideas. Some ideas I'm pretty sure that I hadn't even thought of that are going to come to us by other people moving out here, and we'll create more freedom that way. But the end goal is to create as much freedom as we can in our lifetime and set our kids up so they can have more freedom in their lifetime. So let's get down to job options. A lot of people talk about job options. This was one of the main questions I had as far as people not coming out here because there's no jobs. There is jobs. There's internet service out here. If you're a business owner on the internet or you do stuff on the internet, something like that, the internet service out here is fine. You can use it. You can create your own business, landscaping, tree services, hauling services. We've already had people start their own businesses. And then there's plenty of job options in Greenville, Terrell, a couple of the other bigger cities, I guess you could say, compared to here, that have plenty of jobs where you can go get a job if that's necessary for you. Greenville's only about 20 minutes away, and I swear there's like a job on every corner. If you can't get a job, you're the problem. And I hate to say that, but it's you. If you can't get a job, you're the issue. There's many jobs out here, whether it's restaurant, we have people who are in management, that can get you a job. We have people that work at different places who are just waiting for somebody to say, hey, I need a job so I can move to Freedom Grounds. We'll give you a reference. We got you a job. There's no problem. There's other jobs that are hiring as well that we don't have anybody at, but they have hiring signs everywhere in the city, so there is plenty. There it goes. Let me know if I cut off all the way. Okay, get back. I saw a quick cut, but it looks like we're back up.
I'm not on my phone.
Yeah.
It's just probably my internet being weird.
We should do this at my house next time. That'll be no
Okay.
problem.
Living options out here. There's plenty of options to choose from. Damn, my feed's cutting. Okay, it's going back up. Okay, so the living options out here. There's plenty of options to choose from. You can get loans. I hate to say that. You can get a loan from a bank if that's what you can do. There's plenty of places to rent. My favorite is owner finance. There's many places that do owner finance out here. I always tell people that the best deals out here are the ones that aren't even for sale yet. You have people who have lake houses or places where they come out and they hunt, and really they only use them like once or twice a year. So they're willing to sell it at a very affordable price, and they're willing to owner finance. There's also places that are kind of abandoned, maybe that got passed down from a family member who passed away, and nobody lives there anymore, and or places that just need a little love and care and building it up. There's a bunch of those places out here, so you can get owner finance. We can contact those people through the county website and write them a letter or email them and stuff, and we can get owner finance. There's a lot of land out here, so if you don't want a house, you want to build your own, there's a lot of land available out here for owner finance or for a loan or whatever the case may be. There's roommate options. We have a couple people who are willing to do a roommate option. Shoot, you can even camp. Buy some land and start off camping, some serious stuff. Or buy a RV, a camper, or a freaking tent, whatever, There's no law, rule, or regulation out here that says you can't live in a tent. Another option, which I wouldn't recommend, but if you have to get out here and this is your only way, apartment. There's apartments in Greenville, and the bigger of a city up there, it's Greenville, and you can get a job going that way, save up some money, and then get out here eventually. There's some lake lots for sale. There's about 200 lake lots for sale out here, and they go for very, very cheap, from like $1,000 to $3,000, and the guy does owner finance, so you can get lake lots and start building that way. The best places to check out land and all that is Zillow.com or Realtor.com. You can also get on our group Facebook page, and I post ads there about every other day on places that are coming up for rent and for sale. So check out our group Facebook page for more information on stuff that comes up immediately. Plus, I go around and I take pictures of stuff that's not even for sale yet, and I post them there. And it's getting hot in here. Maybe it's just me.
No, it's you.
Okay. Well,
I'm wearing sweatpants, but I'm a little warm.
Michelle
You're on fire. That's the thing.
I know. I am on fire.
Hey, Michelle Lee Kid Venters said, love your ideas of freedom, Kory. No excuses for anyone wanting to be free. Lake lots for $1,000. Yes,
that's
there
true.
Are lake lots. There's handfuls of them in the next subdivision over.
True story.
And tell these people, there's a lot of people posting comments that should maybe be recognized and we can come back to. Tell them to just save it till till you're done You're almost done.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Oh,
so
1 second. The zip code is 75453 for Taylor Mason.
yeah, if you guys want to look up where we're at, use the zip code 75453. And that's not the only place that the Freedom Grounds is technically in. Check out the website. and go to the page, I think it's About, and you can see the map that's circled there, and it's kind of the general area that we're in. But if you want to get a nice zip code start, check out 75453. Okay, so the living options. Okay, let me get through this really quick since I did jobs and living options, and those were kind of the most important. If you're needing help and you need opportunity, we're willing to help and give people opportunity. There's plenty of options for that. But let me tell you something. If you find yourself always blaming other people for your mishaps, and you feel unlucky and life just sucks, and you're lazy and you find yourself very unproductive, this probably isn't for you, because let me tell you something. With freedom comes responsibility, okay? Coming out here, you're gonna have to be responsible, because you are free and independent yourself. We're not gonna wipe your butt for you and feed you all day long and stuff like that. However, we do give opportunities for people who are willing to help themselves. So, another thing I want to let y'all know about is the difference between city and county. People will come out here and live in the county, and there's a lot less rules, laws, and regulations. If you're in some of the smaller cities, there might be a few regulations. So you might have to check that out too, depending on if you're in the city of Lonoke. I think they have like 4 or 5 ordinances. Just make sure everything's clear. If you're outside of the city limits in the county, pretty much free to do anything you want. No laws, rules, or regulations as far as like building and animals and stuff like that. Plus out here in the county, I think I've been out here for a little over a year and 3 months, and in those year and 3 months, I've probably seen a police officer 5 times. So it's kind of like the fire department out here. Police don't come unless they're called, and very rarely are they called, because we all got guns, we're strapped, and we don't need police. So you won't see police on my street doing speed traps or anything like that. I can travel to Ryan's house, which is 4 miles away, and I would bet $100 every single time I travel I won't see a police officer.
I ain't taking that bet.
And I guarantee you I'll be up probably $3,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
By the time I see a cop.
If I took that bet once.
So the process to be more free and independent, okay, I got that one. We help people, we give people opportunity. Okay, my last one before we start taking questions, I want everybody to know about our homeschool out here. A lot of us do homeschool out here. Some of us don't, and that's fine. That's fine. That's your freedom of choice to do whatever you want to do, private school, homeschool, or public school. Now, the public school that is out here, Lonoke ISD, is actually rated #1 in the entire state. So if that means anything to you, I said it, okay? But we do homeschool. We have a class of homeschools that we do with our kids by ourselves and as groups frequently as possible. Plus we take field trips and stuff. We try to be very active with our homeschool and the kids. It's very important to us. So if you're worried about schooling, hey, don't have to worry about that out here. We got plenty of options for homeschooling and getting the kids involved that way. I mean, this is like the old days for me out here. You know, back in Mansfield and Arlington, I couldn't just let my kids just roam around the block and stuff. You know, I mean, you kind of like, okay, well, you would question that. Out here in the village, I mean, I just tell my kids be back at 7. And you know, everything's cool. You know, there's a lot of trust and a lot of bond out here between everybody. So that's kind of all I have. I'd like to make one more announcement, though. We are going to have a tour of the Texas Freedom Grounds come September 24th. So if you're interested in coming out here and visiting, September 24th is a great day to do that. Now, any other day is great too. I mean, you can come out tomorrow and visit. That's fine. I'm not going to turn anybody away. I just gave a tour to a couple people about a couple of days ago on Saturday, and that's fine too. You know, whenever you want to come out here and visit the area, that's fine. But the Freedom Grounds tour is September 24th, which is a Saturday. We're going to tour the village, a couple different housing developments that we have, villages out here. We're going to tour the lake lots that are for sale. We're going to tour our gardens. We have people setting up gardens. And after that tour and everything, we're going to cook a real big cookout. We're going to have a live band, and we're going to party. And we're going to party hard. So that's kind of what I had. I know I talked there for a little bit, but I thought I'd get out as much information as possible. So if you guys want to ask questions, feel free to ask some questions. I'll go ahead and answer any questions that you may have. I am contracted homeschool teacher. It is a good thing. Looks like a good community for it. Absolutely, Michelle. If you're a contracted homeschool teacher, we could definitely use that out here. Some of the parents teach different classes. Whether it's history, science, we do geography. We do just random stuff all the time, and to educate the kids and keep them schooling. Our homeschool is pretty live out here.
Can I suggest something? If you're gonna take questions.
Yeah.
Since he has the live feed for the questions going through his phone, you want to back that up and put the 3 chairs?
That's
so,
good.
Yeah, so you don't have to read it off of that.
Does that go first, or does that? I think this does.
This will do it, but it's only going to be a little delay. It's going to be what they're seeing,
Eric July, I would love to have y'all out here.
Nah, you'll be fine.
I would love to have you out here, man.
Kory and I really consider this, bro. Yeah, Eric. What you waiting for?
How's that looking on the feed
fine.
when it updates?
I can scoot in one more over here. Hey, Eric, when I was giving that speech during the Adam Kokesh event, I saw you up there shaking your head and feeling it, man. And no offense to anybody in the crowd, but if there is anybody in that crowd that I could have out here, you would be one of the first people that I would be like, hey, let's get that Eric July guy out here.
You want to go kidnap him?
I would definitely kidnap some Eric July right now.
Let's go.
So feel free to ask some questions. We're, common sense schooling for sure. I need to do this, pull away from the system. Is there any? We're just, go ahead,
I got a question. I'm sure you covered it. Who brought you out here? And how long have you lived out here?
The idea of freedom really brought me out here. Kenny was out here before me, and he just said, come out to this area, get away from the city, and come out here and enjoy yourself. So he kind of was the eyes for me out here and found me a spot, and that spot didn't end up working out, but eventually I found this spot, and this spot was perfect.
Essentially, I think what you were explaining earlier too is you moved out here. 30 days later, you owned a house.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go, doing your own damn thing.
Absolutely. So what was that question?
This guy's over here.
Any ideas how far you guys are from the local? I don't know.
It's East Texas, bro.
I don't know, but we can find one.
I tell you this: there's a lot of churches out here.
I'm not
there's
sure
a church
how
for
far
every
that is.
damn store,
I'm
but
pretty sure you can do a Google search and find some things here in the area to accommodate yourself.
Are you answering questions in here?
That's not gonna work. I gotta see this.
There you go, right?
Yeah, stop that. Stop answering shit.
Property tax. What can someone expect?
Well, I'll give you an example. I own a property that's halfway out of the city and halfway in the city. Property taxes on a half an acre for inside the city, I think I paid $630. And then property taxes outside in the county on that same piece of property, half acre, was $300. So, you would think about an acre, you'll be paying about $600 a year in taxes. However, hopefully soon, we ain't gonna be paying that bullshit, because taxation is theft.
I expect to get there early next year around late March. I will be bringing in a customer working business and full handyman services. I will be able to offer jobs.
Come on, Paul Thompson.
Yeah,
come on, baby.
Hey, where's Mineola at?
Mineola?
I have no idea.
Man, I want to say that's about an hour away.
East. I don't think it's that far.
I think it's in Minnesota.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, it's my bad.
Minneapolis.
No, yeah, my bad.
It's just a little bit east of us.
Mineola. I would say less than an hour. I don't want to say an hour, but I would say less than an hour.
When it comes to that, I mean, we're in Lone Oak. 75453 is the zip code. Look it up.
Yeah, Jay, if you want to, get on Google and just type in 75453 and see how far you are away from Mineola. I don't think it's that far away.
Yeah, we did go over work, Anna. He was talking about how it's pretty easy to find a job out here. So being unemployed really is kind of on you. If you want to not be have that initiative and drive, it's okay, you know, but that's how people are. But when you are in an area that is not as opportune as other people, you have to go ahead and show that initiative and, you know, make sure your bills are paid and, you know, to get the job done. So we did talk about jobs, and there is a ton available, whether it's 15 miles, where we are at is 15 miles from Greenville,
right.
And there is a ton of jobs. That's not that bad of a commute, and there's never any traffic. The minute you have traffic is the minute I, you know, eat my words.
Mary's talking about internet, which is very important for people.
Can I speak on that?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I live in the city of Lone Oak, and I have a great internet service. Out in Kauai Village, maybe a little bit different. We're still trying to figure that out, but I know that the same company that I have service through just ran broadband lines all the way through this town and everything, or this little area. And so within maybe a half a year, there's a company called Combi that should go from DSL to broadband, but even with my DSL, I'm playing video games online and streaming Netflix at the same time, no problem whatsoever. And you can even upgrade from that.
And right now you're seeing firsthand what we're getting out here in the middle country through a live stream on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a little choppy. Mine's a whole lot better. Like, I've never had a problem inside the town of Lone Oak ever.
We have Chris Barber saying, what if I have no outdoor survival skills like gardening, hunting, fishing? You guys gotta teach me. I'm a city boy. Also, I wanted to open carry with you and participate in some activities.
Absolutely. I'm a city boy.
Okay.
I come from the city. I didn't do gardening, hunting, and fishing and all that stuff in the city. I am learning too. We are all learning together. There's plenty of people out here that have great experience at it, and we learn from them.
Yes, we'll teach you.
We've had some people come over
Yeah, no
and
problem,
show us
man.
how to, I don't even know the proper wording for it. You know, get a chicken ready for dinner live from the coop. You know, they showed us that. So there's many different.
Butcher?
Yeah, butcher. There you go.
Yeah, no, this guy came over and said, hey, you got some chickens that are ready to go, and he showed us how to, from start to finish, how to take a chicken and from killing it to defeathering it to prepping it for a meal. We ate it that night. It was fantastic learning experience, easy, and that's what it is about being out here, is just passing on knowledge. You got a garden question, man, ask us. It's not a big deal, man. Come out here. We'll teach you everything.
Public transportation. Not really out here in the country, and the food's cutting bad, dude.
That's his.
That's mine.
That's his because he's on
PCA.
The public transportation out here, not so much. However, we do have a good group of people where if you needed to transport somewhere, we could possibly help you out. However, independent and free is the best way to go. You know, save up some money, get your own transportation in the end. However, we're not afraid to help somebody out.
Yeah, many a times we had people driving or needing rides to Rockwall. Wasn't the most convenient thing, but everybody out here works as a group. It's all about meeting new like-minded people, trying to become friends and helping people out.
The answers. Okay, are people vetted before you move out here? I don't really like to, vet people. I mean, what am I going to do? Check their social security card and do a background check or something? People are free to move out here if they want. I don't really fear that people are coming out here to troll us or anything like that. I'm not vetting people. I go based off of feeling.
Yeah.
I go based off of knowing that person and communicating with them and them coming out here and visiting.
Yeah, come out and hang out.
Great question, Bobby. But we don't have applications and stuff like that where people fill out, and we're not gonna like.
Yeah, it's not like some secret group where we're some like compound or anything. Come live out in the area with us. We're all pro-minded people.
Right. So basically, if somebody wanted to get out here, they're gonna get out here anyways.
Right.
I mean, there's houses for sale.
Everywhere.
They were gonna buy them, so it's not like I can't rule people from being out
Yeah,
here.
I know, right?
That's not it. But I do get your question as far as
Thanks, Alan.
Thinking.
Yeah. The tractor. I talked to the guy the other day. He's out of town until the 19th, and we're gonna set up a trailer and a time to go pick it up. So we'll have a full-fledged tractor out here donated by a fan, Scott McQuarrie, who we met at the Cokehead show.
Thank you, Scott,
If
for
you
that.
can park that thing, you can do it at my house.
Stop
Someone
before
show
you-
up with it.
Very
I
good
worry
information.
about predators. Well, I got
What kind of predators?
I got an AK-47 with 7.62 that'll take care of any kind of predator.
Yeah.
I got a 30-06 that'll take down a bear.
And then I'm open camera now, see?
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, when he said predator though, I'm like,
Take a
Bro.
pedophile?
That's what I thought.
It's like,
That's not a problem.
it's a country, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
We're not worried about any of
Come
that.
knock on my door uninvited.
Concerning local permits, if you want to add or replace your roof or add on, is there a local charge?
Absolutely not. You know, where I'm
No
at right
permits.
now, out here in the county, you don't have to get a permit, a building permit. You don't have to change your roof if you want to paint your house.
That's perfect.
Whatever, you know, you're free to do so. I would, again though, if you're
Texas
moving
update,
inside the
exactly.
city limits, I would check out your city limit ordinance. However, out here you will find very few far in between that try to do any kind of thing like that. Out here in the county, there's no law, rule, or regulation against anything like that.
Jay Hampton says, are there any wild hogs, LOL?
There's definitely some wild hogs, not here in our village or anything, but if you buy about 50 acres and you go out there and you set up some feeders, we're going to be hunting some hogs. So, we'll keep these questions going as long as you guys keep asking them. These are
Yeah.
some very good questions.
You can get people coming in.
This is the
No
whole
worries.
reason of this show. I'm pretty sure we've had at least 60 viewers over a period of time, 31 strong right now.
Welcome, Donald Rutledge.
Donald's my homie. Welcome, Donald.
What we got?
Some random chick says the guy with the cranberry drink is pretty sexy.
People have
Thanks.
already started to make money with their gardens out here.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I speak on that while we're waiting for more?
This guy
coming
here.
in? I just have after this heat broke, my okra is going crazy. So it's essentially per dollar. It's about the value is about $4 per pound of okra, and I'm getting anywhere from 2 to 6 pounds of okra a day, and that's just the beginning of it. And a month ago, this last month was pretty bad because of the heat and everything, but prior to that, I have about 40 to 50 raised beds, and I was averaging about $8,000 to $1,000 a month selling produce.
Okay, so back to the satellite. Go ahead, Andre.
Back to the internet. Is there satellite service available? Yes, there. Dish Network and Direct TV are both out here.
Yeah,
And then
satellite.
Yeah, and Brian is asking fresh eggs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of fresh eggs.
Did you hear about Ken's? Coyote, bro. Ate all those fucking chickens, dude. I haven't had one carton of eggs from him for like a month.
Eric July says, I saw that house for $800 on average rent. Is that about what it is? Yes, absolutely. You won't really find rent being $1,200, $1,500 out here like you do in the normal city. There's some places, like for some of our bachelors, that have a place for like $400 or $500 a month. You can rent a nice little lake house, with 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom for that amount. I would say you're looking on average anywhere from about $500 to about $850 a month out here.
At the most, 850. That's pretty steep. Unless you want to live like on a really nice house, like and you're gonna find some ideal spot. Like it's cheap as
When
fuck out
I
here.
saw that house for $800, I was thinking, well, I bet you they'll even come down a little bit. I was thinking more like $750.
Every time I tell people what I'm paying who live in an apartment, they go, "What?"
Yeah, two and a half bedroom house, 1 bath on an acre for $530 a month.
Yeah, there's a lot about 3 lots down for $350 a month. You just got to put a camper on it and hook it up.
Yeah,
$350 a month.
we have
Plenty of options out here, and essentially, I would say everybody that is out here, what they're doing. This is not where our final spot is. We're out here building up to something better. Like, I would not want to live in the house that I'm living for the rest of my life. I'd like to live in it, build, make money, and then buy another property. We have people out here that are, a lot of good people with the contractor license that want to come out and actually just build houses. So not only do you have the expertise, but, we just save into...
Here we go. Andrew Taylor says, any idea on price per acre for land near you? And what was the zip code again?
I would say price per acre just averages, definitely depending on how close you are to the lake, but I would say anywhere from $1,500, $2,000, that's really low. but on average probably around 3,000, 3,500 in that range. Maybe if you get closer to the lake, probably around $4,000 an acre. But you got to understand the cost of living out here is way much more affordable than what you're going to be finding in the city here in Texas. And definitely if you're coming from like the West Coast or the East Coast near the ocean, you're going to think we're stealing property out here.
And the zip code 75453. Kory James Herrera asked, do any of you recycle rainwater or use solar? I recycle rainwater every time it rains.
Every time it rains, baby.
I get at least 30 or 45-gallon buckets full, and I got a 55-gallon drum I try to fill up too. And solar power, we haven't started doing that yet, but that's in the immediate future. We're all working on trying to learn more and save some money to actually start throwing that on our roofs as well.
Absolutely. This is a very new concept.
Yes, there's roads.
And a talib, the wood talib on the roads.
Dirt.
Yeah.
The roads.
Yeah, there's some gravel roads.
And we can build more ourselves.
All the main roads are all paved and good to go.
Yeah.
We're doing 80 on them at
How about
least.
Jeep trails from Josh?
Yeah,
Sure,
definitely.
you find them.
There's some Jeep trails, there's some four-wheeler trails, go-kart trails all over the place.
Yeah, we got plenty of four-wheeler trails.
You can run up and down like 3 different subdivisions right along the lake with your four-wheeler all day long.
I see people go to the gas station or the convenience store on their
Yeah,
four-wheeler.
they run
Saw
about
one today.
about 2 miles down to the grocery store.
I see people on their golf carts going down to the grocery store.
Mile and a half.
Go-karts. Grocery, yeah.
Some people ride their riding lawnmowers.
Yeah, so you
Or
wouldn't
their
really need a
tractors.
license to survive, really.
Serious.
We got Paul Thompson. I'm interested in a rundown on TLC house.
Oh, please.
Raw land, 5 to 10 acres. Willing to start a long land contract before I get there.
Come on,
Hey,
man.
If that's what you're about, this is the place. Because you go into the town and there's some areas where the houses are just kind of abandoned and all that. That's where I'd go if that's what you're into, because you can really fix it up, flip it, and that's nothing but profit.
Activism, yes, we're still very active in what we do. Most of my activism, I've turned it into my garden and doing stuff like that and being more free, but absolutely, we still go out and cop watch. Check out my YouTube videos. We've gone and cop watched a couple times here and there. We've busted up speed traps. They actually, in Lone Oak, were running an illegal speed trap where they were writing 100 tickets each month. And we busted that up, and now they can't even do that because it was illegal. The comptroller's office got involved and shut that down. Yes, we're still very active in open carrying and cop watching and doing those kinds of things. So if you're still wanting to be active and be an activist that way, this is more than definitely the place for you.
For the second question with Kory, you guys answered the first part of it, but I just want to say I don't think anybody has moved out here with a loot full of money in their pocket. Everybody's kind of come out here and got a job and made it to survive. It's not that hard, but nobody's really come out here with like $100,000 in their pocket, bought a house, and hasn't worked for 6 months or anything like that.
Not yet.
And you got to understand
Yeah, right.
the cost of living out here is much more affordable. So if you're thinking, damn, I'm going to get this job for $12 an hour and I can't survive. Well, if you're making $12 an hour out here, you're going to have money in your pocket. But ultimately that's up to you. Whatever people want to do, there's plenty of places hiring for simple $8 hour jobs, $12 hour jobs, $20 jobs. So we have people who own their own business out here. If you don't want a job and you just want to do it off grid, we have people who are offering oddball jobs where you can go and do things like that and earn money that way.
Kory does his vlogging. He sells T-shirts and I write articles, and he sells eggs and produce.
Yeah, all day.
There's
All
So
day.
there's jobs right there that we're just doing,
All day.
in our spare time.
that guy.
I know, but I want to read of my own to start my own woodworking business.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come on, Paul.
And-
Yeah,
Good.
Paul, for sure.
Good point, Paul. And one of the cool things about out here is there's many places where you can just set up and start selling your stuff on the
absolutely.
side of the road, and it's totally acceptable.
That's
Plus, we have people who have frontage to highways. Now, I say highway, you got to think this is a country highway. Not like I-30 or anything, where you can set up a table and say fruits, fresh vegetables, or fresh,
Right.
nice woodwork and stuff like that. There's no law, rule, or regulation against that.
There's a huge trade show thing. I think it's in Athens.
Absolutely. Well, down there in Quinlan too.
Right. But like, I mean, like Texas famous. Like, if you go to like Athens, like people were telling me multiple times, take your shirts over here. It's just like this world famous flea market kind of thing for like high end shit. So if he has the wood making business, that would be the place to go. You drive a half an hour down the road and you're balling.
You know, there's a lot of Facebook group pages out here. I know some people are used to like Craigslist and stuff. Out here, Craigslist really isn't that great, but what you can do is enter the local Facebook group pages, and
way better.
People always buying, selling, trading, and bartering on our local Facebook group pages.
Yeah. Bronze and a Whataburger, about 20 minutes, Tabby. If you
Oh
get
my
that
God.
bronze or that Whataburger fix.
Yeah, if you're that bad on the bronze and the Whataburger, I can't hate on that. It's all good, baby.
But we got a lot of salads down here.
Hey, fuck Buffalo Grill.
But yeah, for real. But if you need a Whataburger in your life, it ain't that far away.
Or come eat organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have so much food out here, and probably in a year, it's gonna be just crazy. We're gonna have to start giving you our own Whataburger.
Hey, if you're gonna be on that, tell them about the Mennonite farm where we get the raw milk down the street. I mean, it's another form of it, you know.
Absolutely, we have some people who you know, do their own raw milk, and you can go there and buy fresh meat that hasn't been hormonized or any of that bull crap. You can get fresh raw milk right there. There's many different options. Soon, you know, me and Andre and Joey and Ryan, we're going to have so many fruits and vegetables that we're going to have to start giving this stuff away. You know, livestock, we have chickens, we have eggs, we have sheep. You know, we're trying to get involved into some bigger land. That way we can get our own livestock as far as cattle and that stuff. And this is all work in progress, so we're building.
Whataburger doesn't know open carry.
That's not true. They recommend you probably not to open carry, but the Whataburger where we go, we've open carried there before and nobody says anything.
Well, there you go.
There you go, Pluckett. Thank you, Mr. Puckett. Love that guy, Michael. First Monday in Canton. That's a big trade day in Canton. First Mondays of the month. And Canton's probably only about 35, 45 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
Dude, based off of all the hate that you get online through the regular media, I'm surprised you have no trolls in something like this.
It's true.
You would think there would be just trolls at the yin
I
yang.
deleted one guy earlier. Probably wasn't a troll.
Okay. I would troll you just because I'm fucking an asshole.
Well,
Like, what do you do for toilet paper? Yeah, but whatever.
Cool. There you go. How old are the kids in your homeschool groups? Any teenagers or high schoolers?
great
Good
question,
question. Yeah,
Sarah.
absolutely, Sarah.
You know, what do you have, a 4-year-old?
I have a 5, about to be 9, and 11.
And I have a 9 and a 7. And we have one mother who's coming out here now. I think 9, 7, and 5. Oh, they're twins. So it's 9, 7, and 7. So, and then we also have other homeschools. We have Kenny has a couple teenagers that homeschool as well. Just different, just different, man. It's different age groups, and so it's spread out.
And Josh is asking, open carrying of rifles out there is cool. Yes.
More than cool.
We carry rifles all the time.
I've never gotten messed with anybody out here.
No. And Lindale is out that way too, Mary's asking. Yes, it's just a little bit north of Tyler, which is just south of us.
I swear to God, Lindale.
45 minutes away.
Y'all are awesome, very appealing. Thank you, Tabby.
Keep the questions coming if you have them. If we start running out here in a little bit, we'll just go ahead and shut it down.
Beth Barbosa Crokin, I'm from New Jersey. Are you okay with Northern?
Can I ask that? I'm from California. Hell yeah. And I lived in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. All day, every day. It's about the like-minded people. It doesn't matter where you came from or how you learned your freedom. It's all about just growing with your freedom. It's all about like-minded people. A lot of these people that have moved around here, I didn't know, but it turns out you're going to love all of these people because it's that like-minded mind state. It's not that blase blah, hey, what's up with sports and the weather and gossip bullshit. No, we talk about real stuff, and not everybody agrees about anything ever. But we all bounce ideas off of each other, and we all grow, and we all learn from each other, and it's a perfect environment.
In a row.
There we go.
Okay, so about the silver and the trade, you know, we're trying to build more of that around here for people to trade silver and gold and
I'll purchase that shit off you.
And stuff like that. I have silver myself. I'd love to trade silver and barter with and start a system like that. That's awesome. This is about free market ideas. So anything that we can do to create more freedom is good.
Third gallon debates.
No.
Who cares?
How far to drill for water
It's
and
a
you
no.
should taste?
That's a troll question I was looking
I have
for.
a well in my backyard that I need to clear out and figure out what's going on out there. But I live close to the lake.
Super
And
close.
You don't have to go that down that far.
Eric says, I'm going to link up with you, Kory, Toria, and I want to visit the area and check it out.
Come on, baby.
24.
Come on, Eric.
Tabby says she's stuck in Michigan right now. Aw, we're sorry. Mary.
Come on, Eric.
Northern Rhine.
He lives in
Eric goes.
no, the Ron Paul thing. He lives in
Well,
Victoria,
that's
Texas.
average 400 to 600 feet. I'm not sure out here.
Hey, trust. Hey,
We need to look that up for you,
my friend
Bobby.
lives in Dallas, dude. He got
Great
a well.
question, Bobby.
My friend, like, he bought some property with a well in Dallas. I was like, oh shit, you got your
I'm
own water.
from everywhere and still travel everywhere, no license or tags.
Come on, Paul. I
Come
want
on,
Paul.
Paul.
I want Paul Thompson.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Paul doesn't ask for permission to travel on this rock
I love
that's
it.
floating in space. Okay.
All right. I do hair. Hey, I
Oh,
need a
man.
haircut.
I don't.
I need
Chris
a
Barber.
Hey, I need a haircut. Come on. I need a professional barber.
Here we go. Another question from Chris Barber is, what about the non-Texas Freedom Grounds people around town? Are they supportive of what you're doing, or are the neighbors few and far between and not know what you're trying to grow?
A great question. I would say a lot of the neighbors know exactly what we're doing. Many of them are like-minded. Some of them are getting near like-minded, and there are a couple haters. But you know what? Anywhere you go, there's going to be a couple haters, and so you lead by example. You educate them. You love them, and hopefully one day they'll change.
And by the way, one of the biggest haters that we had when I moved here, the dude that now cuts my lawn.
Kyle.
Yeah, like, I didn't know the beef between you guys, and I met him on the side and was talking to him, and he was like, oh shit, you're friends with Kory, da-da-da. And I was like, let's just fucking have a conversation, and I explained shit to him, and ever since then, he's a supporter. He may not be a full-fledged fucking supporter, but he's a neighbor, cool as fuck, and people that don't understand what anything is going on might be apprehensive to it. The more you break it down and explain to them what it is, it's not so threatening and anything. And yeah, so the neighbors, every neighbor is cool with it because it's just a fundamental level of education and understanding.
Okay, Bobby Lee Bobbitt says, I'm a water plant operator just down the road. I can help troubleshoot your well issues.
Come on, Bobby.
Let's
Come
go,
on.
man. Wait, he's down the road?
All right, guys. I'm thinking about maybe 6 more minutes.
Bobby, send him a private message. Kory.
Sure. I'm thinking about we're starting to lack in questions. We're starting to lack in people. So maybe about.
Oh, we got more viewers though.
Welcome, Michael Picard. Welcome.
Hey, Picard, you and Dontrell Brown down here. I told you I'd pay your first month's mortgage.
Thanks for what you're doing in Connecticut, but get your ass down here now.
Right.
Ambulance and hospital. That's a great question.
Great question. There's a local hospital, small first aid kind of thing in Quinlan, which is 10 minutes away. And then the main hospital is in Greenville, which is like 20-25 minutes away.
From you, if we're in town, for me, it's about.
That's the main
dude. If
town.
you're on the, if you're speeding, I can make Greenville in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not far away. Depending on where you live, I'd say 10 to 25 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move out there, but I'd like Will Cooley to move with me, Picard and Trell.
Hey,
DeWoo to
Will
lead.
Cooley. I want that guy right now.
See?
And Dontrell and Picard.
See, it's not only us that want you, Picard and Don.
Wouldn't it be dope if we had like a big ass house that we could just move people in temporarily? You'd be like, here's a 3-month lease.
We're working on that.
You know, like that would be dope.
Right now, it's just kind of roommates and stuff. Like
Right.
your room's open. Come on.
On top of, so we need a local
If you
hospital.
put me on blast, I'll choke you
I
out
just
on
did.
camera.
I saw you look at
I'll
me, too.
choke you out on camera right
Here we
now.
go. Paul Thompson said we need a local hospital. So are we
I
calling
agree.
Dr. Thompson or what?
I think we need a local physician.
Hey, you know,
Fuck a hospital.
We have a nurse that lives next door to us. So
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
You know, we
It's
could.
the first person you call, right?
I agree, and Ernie, he was in Afghanistan, done a bunch of war. He can do medical and stuff like that.
Here's another good question from Kory, James, and Etta. How far does freedom go? I.e., growing your own cannabis, fermenting your own liquor, stuff like that.
Hey,
I
you're
don't know
free
about
to do
that,
whatever you want to do on your own property, okay? Hopefully here, as the state laws develop, we can get more freer like that. I got a wife and kids. I'm not going to, and plus my name is out there, and so I'm not going to just go grow cannabis on my lawn. I think that would be a death wish. But, if you're free to do whatever you want on your own lawn, that's what I'm going to say.
Can I say one thing on that? If we got enough people to actually live or move into the actual city of Lone Oak, then we have enough votes to do whatever we want.
And
You want to legalize cannabis? Move into the city limits like me. Now we have enough votes.
In the county, if we had
All
a county sheriff out here that said, hey, I don't want to
Yeah.
arrest anybody for smoking
Yeah.
cannabis. Do away with that crap,
I'm looking for the meth heads and rapists. That'd be a great
The
fucking
more
platform.
people that come out here, the more leeway we
Right?
have.
Okay, Alan McPherson, weather, tornado, floods, any winter snow?
Just like normal Texas weather, you'll have your thunderstorms and stuff like that.
All the above and none of the above. It's like anything in Dallas.
It's normal Texas weather,
Yeah. We're not that far from Dallas. We are down the street from Dallas.
And Tom Jefferson, keep it up, building my holster business now. We'll soon be at the point to roll out. Me and Molly need.
Come stay the
Roll
weekend.
out.
Come stay the weekend, buddy.
Roll out.
September 24th, Freedom
Roll
Grounds
out.
tour. Freedom Grounds tour. Come out, stay the night with us. We're gonna give a big tour. We got a live band. We're gonna party and have some fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any chance we can get a keg of good beer?
Absolutely.
Hey, where would we get that at?
Everybody just pitch in.
Get it from.
I know, but it's all about how you order it.
I'll be
You know,
This is,
we're gonna need put 2 weeks of notice.
Great questions, by the way, everybody. Great questions.
You guys have any gardening questions? Any? What do you think on some issues that we haven't touched on?
Man, I think we've covered a large majority of a lot. I mean, we've had people ask questions I would have never even thought of that are really good questions.
We have an extremely large lake that's full of fish. So
By the way,
if we can get some fishermen to come pull some fish out of the lake, that can feed all of us to go with our salads.
We got a guide coming, a professional guide. He'll be here in about 30 days. He's moving here.
Oh, shit.
Brazos. So yes, we do have Lake Tawakoni. It's a hidden gem for the catfish capital of Texas. Plenty of stripers, bass, sand bass. Plus we have Lake Fork that's 20 minutes away. The best black bass lake in Texas. So there's no limitations on how many fish you can catch or keep out here, man. It's catch galore.
And the lake is fucking huge. It's huge.
Gigantic.
It's not, a massive lake, but it's huge, dude. It's huge. With the population that we have out here, massive.
Michael Puckett.
Great question.
Is there anyone brewing their own beer?
Great question.
We're working on that.
We have thought about that ourselves. We're going to be looking into that. We would love for somebody to come out here and take over themselves and create their own beer and brand it and have all of us come test it out and market it.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And there is a problem with that whole idea that I still need to figure out is Lone Oak you can't buy beer from. So I don't know if I can brew it here and sell it somewhere else. But that's inside the city limits. Outside of the city limits where he lives, you drive down the street and you can go buy beer. I can go buy beer and liquor down the street, but right in my hometown, I can't do anything. Not my hometown, but
beer
you know
and
what I'm
liquor is easy to get around here. Alright, we're cutting down a little bit. Still staying steady. Please ask some more questions. We're going on about an hour now, and we're looking at maybe closing her down. Looks like the questions are starting to go down a little bit.
Any more?
Ask your last couple final questions if you guys have any.
Dude, I got some good questions that nobody's asking, but
hey, feel free to add them, man.
can I ask you this? I know it's kind of a little hard to recall but everything, but aside from the get-togethers and everything, what's the best thing, the shit that you're most proud of doing out here And what's the craziest thing you've witnessed? Is that fair?
Sure. The most thing I'm proud of is inspiring other people to either come out here or do something similar in their area and get recognized for what we are doing out here. And then homeschooling my kids with other kids, I think that's amazing.
This is dope as fuck.
And then the craziest thing I've seen is when I was pulling my fishing rod out of the lake, it went right into Joey's leg. And then we had to take him to the doctor, and the doctor cut his leg wide open.
He ain't watching this, is he?
No, probably not.
By the way, have you come up with a nickname for him? Because that should have immediately been like
Captain Hook.
Yeah, he
I
should
still
be
make
Captain
fun of
Hook.
him. I still make fun of him.
Dude,
All right, so
God.
It looks like we're cutting
you
down
know-
feed.
y-
Andre, do you want to say anything before we
Well,
go? Oh, how about that?
My answer to his question is
Okay.
I feel really good out here being able to bring out my kids through homeschooling and not the indoctrination centers, and bringing them up to actually learn how to be self-sufficient and to take care of themselves without any assistance from the state, i.e. fishing, gardening, cooking, cleaning,
More questions, Karen.
mowing, picking up side jobs on their own, picking up side jobs with my assistants, letting them do stuff. Everything that I do out here is totally focused on the education, on the upbringing of my children, and that was one of my biggest decisions to come out here. It has been a mental segregation from the statist cities and from the statist metroplex and from the statist areas that we used to live in before. It is very, very calm, very peaceful out here, and the more people we get with like minds, the more peaceful and the more calm it will be, because everybody will have the same kind of conversation, and there'll be lots of less arguments, more of the hand waving, more of the sharing, more of the old style. Hey, can I get a cup of sugar? Can I get a little pinch of salt? It's there, okay? And Kory needs something done, I'm down here. I need something done, Kory's down there. Ryan needs something done, we both go down there. I'll run down there, whatever. Hey, Ryan, I need to jump. I'll be right there in a minute. 2 minutes later, I gotta jump.
All day.
Plumbing problem. Boom, I'll run down to his house. We knock it out.
It ain't nothing.
All
It's
work.
a community. It's actually the definition of a community. It's having some neighbor that you don't know their names to. Two things. Anna, fucking hilarious. I don't think they want to talk about that, but it's on Facebook if they want to look it up. And point number 2. This is the canning master. If you want to learn how to take something and fucking can it, ask this guy.
All right, so we'll do one question.
Okay.
This is the last question, and then if there's any other questions after this, please just ask them on our Facebook group page, and I'll go through that again. Somebody asked how many official members there are. We don't really have like official members, so to say. I would say that we're
About 25 deep.
25, 30
25.
people, and if we're adding people who are already here in the like-minded area,
Right.
we have more than that.
That's absolutely true.
If you have any more questions, we've been going on for an hour now. Our kids are getting crazy out there, so we're going to have to cut this.
Okay.
Hey, babe, why don't you bring everybody in, and we'll get everybody in the background here. If you want to check us out, go to TexasFreedomGrounds.com. If you want to join us on our Facebook group page, which is the best way you can get information and ask questions, go to Texas Freedom Grounds on the Facebook. If you want to follow us on our page, go to Texas Freedom Grounds on Facebook on our page and follow us that way. So the best 3 ways to get a hold of us, TexasFreedomGrounds.com, and then on Facebook. You can check us out on our Facebook page or on our group page. Come on in, everybody.
And to answer the one question about screen printing, I use a heat press and a vinyl cutter for right now.
And what's
then
your
for
website for your shirt?
For my larger orders,
on in,
I will
everybody.
do screen printing. And it's anti-establishment.com.
Everybody get in there.
Or etsy.com/LLC or anti-establishment LLC.
And I write stories and articles for don'tcomply.com. Check that out too.
Hey, get in the back, get in the back, get in the
And
back.
here's a photo of all the kids in the group that we have here so far.
This is everybody getting in. Just people here in the neighborhood, in the area. Texas Freedom Grounds. Check us out, TexasFreedomGrounds.com. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yay, yay.
Woo! Bye.
Bye.
Okay.